60 USY, Delta Mike 06.
AA6AJ, AA6S.
AA6S, WA6AJ.
Man, just like a cell phone. WA6AJ, AA6S. Where you been hiding out today?
I've been around here.
Yeah, I've been working on that junk radio of mine. What a pain. I talked to Jerry today. He's doing okay, so maybe you talked to him too. I don't know. Anyway, back to you there. WA6AJ, AA6S.
Okay, yeah, I've had a bit of vertigo. Started in the middle of the last night.
That ain't good. I think John just broke in. Is that you, John?
AA6MI, yeah, got my rotor working.
Yeah, it's working. Let me give you some more juice here. Yeah, K6MI, AA6S. I didn't have the amp on. Probably better now. I don't know. You're loud here. You ain't no sweat here. K6MI, AA6S. Go ahead, John.
50 watts. Yeah, your signal came up.
John, where'd you go?
Hello? Oh, yeah, I'm here.
I just said I turned the amplifier on. It might be better copy for you.
Oh, yeah, fine now.
That's good. Somebody else was in here, but they were pretty weak. I didn't hear them. I couldn't copy them, I mean.
Hi, John, K6MI, WA6AJ.
Hey, Mike, good to hear you on.
You too.
Sorry he's not feeling well.
Yeah, every once in a while, once in a blue moon, I get I guess it's vertigo, so I've had it before, and it's just takes a day or two to go away.
Okay, well, I hope it won't last long.
Yeah, me too.
You just conference this weekend. I guess I'll be stopping from home.
Yeah, weather ain't supposed to be too good.
Yeah, that was the clinching factor.
Well, I don't blame you. Bill, did you know there's a contest this weekend?
Not really.
Well, you're expected to show up.
Depends on what I'm doing, I guess.
Yeah, I'd really like some contacts on all the bands, meters all the way up.
How come your signal went down so much, John?
Really? I don't know.
I'll head a little more over towards, I think, about where you are, but maybe it's not.
K6MI, W6BBS, and everybody else, good evening.
K6MI, K6USY.
How come you're so strong there, Aaron?
K6USY in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, hey Bill, and yeah, John, I'll be operating this.
Okay, who was that in there? About three guys talking at once. Who's going to be on the hill? John, is that you going to be on the hill?
No, I'm going to be home. Aaron, you've got 9.7 transceiver, don't you?
Yeah, I got that you gave me, so we should hopefully get that extra band.
Great. Yeah, I'm set.
Now, you sounding good here, Aaron. K6USY, A6S.
Very good, Bill. You gonna be around to give us some points this weekend?
What time?
Any time from 11 a.m. Saturday till Sunday. I will not have kids in the house on Saturday, so I anticipate I will be at the radio most of the day.
Yeah, Roger. Okay. heard Mike in there, so he must be in there. K6NYC AA6S, you in there, Mike?
I am in here. I'm in here. Over.
I hear you. I hear the whistle.
W6BBS 72.
Hi, Frank, AA6S.
Good evening, and K6MI, John, you still here?
John's still here.
Still here.
Oh, very good, John, very good. Hey, when do you want to get together and look at those radios we were talking about?
Good idea. I forgot all about it. Mike said I could drop it by the factory and Matt would bring it up to you guys. And then I forgot all about it.
Yeah, okay, well, that would work for me. Of course, you're welcome to come up here for a visit any time, and I could run down to your place, but no, that would work well if you're going to be anywhere near the plant and wanted them to drop them by there. Then, like Mike said, they'd Matt would bring them out the house, and then I'd get them from Mike, and we'd get some things going up here. I've already got antennas, and I got quite a bit of stuff all ready to go. I can almost immediately put one beacon on, and almost two right away, and working on a third. Over.
Okay, all right. I'll be home tomorrow, and I'll get back on that project. Not a problem. I'll get to it.
Well, hey, I'm going to leave here in the morning, and I got to run down to Madera and pick up Mike's riding lawnmower down there. And if you like, I haven't been down for a visit to your place in quite some time. Mike could come down and do some snooping. Over.
You're welcome to. I'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. Well, if that's good for you, I'll do that. But if tomorrow's a bad day for me to come down there, then I'll just wait for you to take them by the plant. Over.
Tomorrow's a good day.
Very good. Okay, Mike, back to you. I'm done messing around. K6MYC, W6BBS.
Okay, I don't know where you're pointed, John. Boy, you're weak tonight. I can barely hear you, but maybe you're pointed down south. Let me turn the antenna back toward Rick down there. Looking for Rick, KB6RQU when you get a chance, Rick. Okay, don't hear Rick so far. And we got AA6S, we've got K6USY. Let me get you in here, K6USY and K6MI.
WA6AJ.
I got WA6AJ 727. There was somebody else. WB6JNP. Good evening, Dane.
Kilo 6 Victor Bravo Golf.
WB6RQU.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Hang on a second, Rick. K6BBG. Missed you last night, Dave, but I guess you were just staying in where it was warm. Good evening in any case, and then you take a short one and shoot it. Now we'll shoot it back here or shoot it down to Rick if you're hearing Rick in Lake Isabella. Dave, over.
Hi, Roger. Yeah, I'm not hearing Rick. I checked in with you last night, as a matter of fact. That's hilarious. Yeah, I was out here, and actually I was there until the end. So, yeah, no big deal. It is cold out here, but I'm feeling a little better.
Okay. Good. I'm glad you're feeling better. Okay. Maybe when Rob gets here, we can have him check the log, because I don't remember checking in, but I get sometimes I miss what's going on here occasionally. Or I forget from one day to the other. Sometimes the days run together. last couple of days have been a little ratty here. Today was very busy. We had people here all day doing hot water line conversion on the north end of the house, so that took all day. They just left right about 6:10, 6:15. So they were here all day.
KM6SR.
Yeah, there he is. Do you have on last night's log? Did you hear Dave check in?
Yeah, I've been looking it over, and I didn't see him on there. I don't know whether he's thinking maybe the time before, because he did check in on the 1296 net. I've not seen him on there. I could have missed him, but I was doing pretty good last night, I think. Over.
Yeah, were you thinking about 1296, or are you thinking about 2 meters, Dave? One of those you missed.
No, I've actually gotten a 12 meter, and I got last night also.
Okay, well, I'll put you down.
All right, thank you.
So what did you decide, Frank? Are you going to see John in the morning, or is he just going to bring the things by the plant when he gets a chance?
No, Mike, I'm going to pick up your tractor, and then I am going to head down by John's and get a couple radios and visit him a little bit, and then I'll head out to your place. Over.
Okay, well, you're going to go by Home Depot and get electrical fittings and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, that'll be as part of the circuit there.
Okay. Very good.
Hey, Frank, W6BBS, KM6SR. Hey, did you give John a warning that he better guard his towers? Over.
John needs no warning. John's known me quite a few years, almost or about as long as Mike, and there's been many times we've been after towers that the other one had. So no, John's no stranger to me and my snooping, and hence my little comment when I said come down and snoop around a little bit is because he knows it's going to be the first thing. Well, you got any towers, John? So no. He doesn't need the warning. He knows what's coming. Over.
Okay, just checking there. KM6SR, back to net.
Somebody way down in there. Who was that?
That was just John saying it was good.
Oh, boy. Okay. God, I could hardly hear you, John. Let's get it down to Rick. Rick, what's happening down there in Lake Isabella tonight? WB6 or KB6RQU, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, KB6RQU. Well, it's a pleasant evening. No wind and not too cold there, so that's a good thing here. And I had to move my antenna around a little bit there. That's where the antenna's shifted on the mast. So I haven't got that fixed, so I'll just have to find the location for you, and I did there. Over.
Okay, good. Don't forget about the weekend. We need DMO5. There's only a few people that have capability, so be sure you're on sometime through the weekend, and if you can do it early in the day would be good. 11 o'clock is when the contest starts in the morning. That'll get most people to catch you on 2 meters at that point. And then later in the evening, we have our little get-together starting at 7:30 on 222, which you don't have. But by 8 or 8:15, we should be over on 432, and we'd like to have you check in over there and try to get all the guys that can hear you up this way to hook into DMO5 there. And then after that, of course, is 1296, which, again, you don't have. So if you could just be there between 8 and 8:30, I think, on Saturday night, that would really be great, Rick. Over.
Okay, I got it written down here. I'll make sure and try to get that 2 meters earlier in the day there, and then 4:32 in the evening around 8 to 8:15. And we'll look for you then. Over.
Okay, and don't forget 6 meters. There may be some things happening on 6. You might keep an eye on 6 as well. You might get to work some people on 6 that aren't normally there. So I've seen some activity. I don't know if you have Clipperton Island. on 6, but they should be operational on FT8. They're going to be on a weird frequency. They're going to be on 50.189, from what I understand, and that's just what I'm gathering with people feeding me information. I saw somebody calling them early on FT8 day before yesterday with a very strong signal. So that's at Clipperton. The call sign will be Tango X-Ray 5 Sugar, TX5S, and they should be operational on all the bands, including 6 meters. You know where Clipperton is, down sort of point toward Australia area. Over.
KM6SRR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I heard Rick mention 2 meters. I think you mean 432. You weren't going to have any official thing on 2 meters, I think, over.
No, he said it right. I'll get on 2 meters in the morning, and then later on at 8 o'clock, in the evening, I'll look for you on 432. I think he's got it right, Rick. I just asked him to get on 2 meters sometime through the day, as early as possible, close to the beginning, because that's when the bulk of the activity is, right around the start of the contest. And then kind of slide over and keep an ear on 6 meters. That's my suggestion to you, Rick. Over.
Okay, sorry, KM6SR.
9.
Double. Say it again, Rob. Rich.
The 6 meter frequency is 50.819. Was that it, over?
No, 189, just underneath 190. I saw them the other day, and I thought they were on 190, but the official frequency is 50.189.
819. Okay, I have it now. Thank you.
All righty. Anybody else for Rick there before we slide on over toward the Well, we aren't going to have any at Tuscadero tonight, I'm sure. We can go toward the Bay Area.
Yeah, hi, Rick. Happy New Year and all that good stuff. KB6RQU, AA6S.
AA6S, yeah, good evening, Bill. Happy New Year, you too there. You're racking there in 9+.
Yeah, Roger, same with you there. KB6RQU, have a good one there, AA6S.
73.
Okay, we're missing Kerry here, and we're missing Ken. I talked to Ken earlier. Ken, WA60IB, called me earlier and said he found the problem in the 2 meter amplifier. If some of you guys can remember, a month or so back, I had a 2 meter amp that every now and then it would just quit. And it would come and go. It would be on, and then it would be gone. Then it would be on, then it was gone. Anyway, he found the problem with it. It had a cracked circuit board on the input, so the input to the transistors, the transistor was opening. Probably as it got a little bit warm, the circuit would, the solder would crack. I think the solder on the PC board was cracked or something, and it would open up, and then the amplifier would quit, and then it would cool, and then it would come back, and so on. He also found another problem on the control board that was sensitive to temperature, but he fixed that as well. But I didn't remember having any problems with temp kickouts. Anyway, that was good news, but while I was talking to Ken, he said he would try to make it out here tonight, so maybe before the end of the evening we'll have Ken in here as well. Anybody else before we swing away from the San Joaquin Valley here? Let's see, anything new from Dane? About you, Dane, anything new from today, from yesterday, over?
Yeah, still about the same. I think Dan got his new rain gauge in, so we've got our 2 identical rain gauges next to each other, and we'll see which one reads higher or lower, whatever. I think Dan's worried about the diameter of the tubing, and I'm thinking 100th of an inch when it comes to rain. I don't think I'm going to worry about harvesting crops at that point.
Okay, boxing rain gauges, fighting rain gauges. Okay, well, that'll be interesting to see what you guys come up with. I got to get a new rain gauge because my inside of mine got washed and has been sun bleached out, and you can hardly read the inches on the sides. Although Frank looked at it today, and it looked like it was still bouncing right around 3 inches. So we've had 3 different rains in 3 days. In the last 5 days, it's rained overnight. I can see it in the lids of the garbage cans and stuff, but it's not making not very much rain gauge change. It still says 3 inches. So I'm not excited about 3 inches since May. It's got to do more work than what I'm seeing so far. All right, anybody else before we go to Monterey, K6MYC?
What kind of 2-meter amp was it?
It was one of ours, one of the M squareds, and it's been around a long time. And I've had it for a long time. I can't remember which one it belonged to. I had 2 or 3, and Matt had one. And Rob's got one. We loaned him. Rob has been using it there. And then I had two of them. One is functioning here in the moonmount system right now, and that's just a backup. Go ahead.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, okay.
KE6 VON 1040.
There's 1040, the chainsaw guy. Good evening, Adam.
Good evening.
Okay. Well, I was waiting for any comment from you, Adam, but I guess there's none. Yeah, don't forget about the contest. Are you going to be operational this weekend, or do you have to work this coming weekend?
I will be at work, unfortunately. I go to work tomorrow.
Oh, bummer. I'm missing the contest weekend completely. So we won't look for you on the various bands.
I doubled with you.
I say so. We won't look for you on the various bands. We won't. We won't find you on any place, and if you're at work, you don't come home, so you won't even be on evenings, right?
Correct. I might walk out during the day to my car and maybe see if I can hit anybody on 5.2 for my car.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe somebody will be listening on the simplex frequency. You might give it a try and see what happens. It's not the big interest frequency during a VHF contest, but other people do use it.
I'll give it a try and see what I get. It'll be down there from Visalia.
Yeah, okay, very good.
I think Aaron likes the 5.2 simplex KM6SR.
You're going to be listening on 5.2, Rob?
No, I say Aaron likes it, so he might be on there once in a while.
I will work anybody anywhere at K6USY.
Well, there you are. You'll look at him then when he goes out midday sometime on Saturday. The contest starts at 11 in the morning, so don't go out before 11. It'll be a waste of time. And then it's over Sunday night. And by the way, I should tell everybody now there will be no net, no 2-meter Bozo net on Sunday night because the contest runs till 8 o'clock, and of course the Bozo net starts at 7:30. So when we have an overlap like that, we just cancel the net. Over.
Copy that. I'll see what I can do from down there. All right, guys. I got to finish getting ready for work. KE6 VON. Have a good evening.
Okay, thank you. 7-3, Adam. Anybody else before we swing to Monterey or to the coast? K6MYC Bozo Net.
226 is here.
There he is. We're talking about you. Your ears burning?
Yeah, I just got home from the shop. I've been working all day at your place, and then then I went to Larry's and did a bunch of work there.
Oh, very good. Okay, well, thanks again for fixing the amp and finding the problems.
Yeah, no problem. And found some problems at the other shop too. Oh, mercy. Well, anyway, I am here. WA60IB.
Okay, I didn't see when Matt came home. He didn't mention he had an amplifier. Did you get it to him?
Oh yeah, and I walked him out to the truck where he put it away too, so he's got it.
Okay, probably just forgot to bring it in there. I'll go get it before he leaves in the morning. I'll get it tonight here. I was going to go out and switch over to PG&E, and I don't think I did that, so I probably ought to do that
put it in use so we can make sure it's working.
Yeah, I'll put it in somewhere. We'll make it happen somewhere. Maybe I'll put it in the mobile.
Okay. Where are you going to get the 50 volts?
Well, I just have tons of batteries, that's all.
Buy a Tesla.
Ooh, bad word.
Especially in cold weather.
Well, hello, Mr. Bill down there.
Yeah, how you doing, Ken? WA60IB, AA6S. I try to figure this stuff is still working. The signals just don't seem as loud as they used to be. I don't know if this junk is still flying or what. I can hear USY good. But actually, it's about as strong as everybody else. That don't make any sense. Anyway, Happy New Year there, Ken, and take care. IB AA6S.
Yeah, AA6S, WA60IB with the gang. Well, I'm pointed up north, so I'm on the back. You're on the back quarter of my beam. That's what the problem is. And I'm only running 160 watts here.
Okay, because I'm running, about 750.
Right, you guys all got big amps on 432. I don't. I'd like to get something, but I haven't had the opportunity yet.
Yeah, Roger. Anyway, you're loud, wherever you're pointed. WA60IB, AA6S.
Roger, good to hear you. Okay, thank you, Mike. Back to you, wherever you're heading.
Well, we're going to go to Santa Cruz. I don't think anybody else is going to be there. We can stop and see if W6 Toasted Peanut Butter is going to be there, but I don't think he's going to be there last night. He said something about it last night, but we'll just briefly check Monterey in case he is there. Of course, Scott doesn't have that band, so we don't work Scott on this band, but we'll look for Toasted Peanut Butter and Steve over there, and then we'll go right up and see if Tom is there, KW6S, and we might even have a new quad array on from KB6 Lima Echo Echo in Watsonville area. He should have finished the quad today. He said he was going to try and finish it and get it up at least temporarily for tonight's test. So here we go. K6MIC going toward Monterey.
Yeah, somebody just called me. Who was that? WA60IB? Ah, okay. Hi, Fred. KD6SOK, WA60IB. Good to hear you. He's there. Mike is here. He's swinging around your way now. Yeah, you too. You're 10 over 9 here. Excellent signal. KD6SOK, WA60IB. You want to pick him up, Mike?
Well, I don't hear him yet.
Okay, somebody else said, was talking to me. Who was that? Said I'm okay? Well, hello, Jim. WB6JNN, WA60IB. Yeah, you got a good S8, almost an S9 tonight.
Yeah, you're in the same category here. So, there you go. I heard you when you were 8. So, anyway, good evening.
Well, good evening to you, Jim. Good to hear you. You been flying lately?
No, not today or yesterday, but 2 days ago I went into the park over the weekend, and it was really nice because I had the place to myself pretty much.
Well, good. Okay, well, you're still having fun. That's the main thing. Okay. All right, Mike, you should be out his way now.
Okay, yeah, I am pointed that way. I wanted to pick up Tom first, but that's okay. We'll get you, Fred, and then Jim, I hear it fine. KD6SOK, go ahead, Fred, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, yeah, a little choppy right now. We got a couple of airplanes coming overhead, so that's why the signal's a bit choppy tonight. But you're strong, and so is Ken. Boy, you guys coming in really good tonight.
Yeah, no, you got a good signal, too. Better than average by far. It is a little choppy, but I think that, like you say, a lot of airplane traffic, perhaps. Good Good to hear you, and don't forget about this weekend, particularly that Saturday night get-together. Are you going to be able to do that?
I think so. That's Saturday night, 8 p.m., right?
Well, 222 starts at 7:30, so try to be there at 7:30, and then we go as long as we've got people to work on 222. Usually half hour, 40 minutes or so, and then we go to 432 here, and then we go to 1296. You've got all three, so we need you.
Okay, I got it. 7:30 on 222, and then we go from 432 to 1296. Okay.
And we are going to stream, so if for anybody that wants to keep track of where we are in the event that you don't have a band, but you can watch us and keep track of what we're doing, and when we move from one band to the other, you'll see it on the streaming network. Over.
Got it. Okay. That's excellent. I will monitor that.
All righty. Very good. Jim, WB6JNN, make a transmission. Over.
Yeah, okay, Mike, K6MYC, WB6JNN. Yeah, I was just looking and downloading the pictures and the schematics of the transverters that I bought. Looks interesting. It's basically a modification of what was with the higher accuracy local oscillator in there. It's all prepackaged and everything tested, presumably tested. Anyway, I was doing that, and the band is quite good tonight. Not the usual crap that we've been having. K6MYC, WB6JNN.
Yeah, okay, very good. Are you talking about the 222 transverter that you're going to shoot this way?
No, I'm talking about the one that I'm replacing it with. I can probably send that to you anytime, actually figure out where you want it sent, and we'll see if we can get it to you.
Yeah, okay. Well, you probably don't want to send it to Frank's address. He's had a little problem with the post office here, but my home address is fine, or you could always just send it to the plant attention, Mike, and it'll come home with Matt. Over.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, anyway, we'll take care of that. I don't know what your time frame is on that. Probably after the contest for sure.
Oh yeah, no problem. I also got Ken tuned up on it. He's got some of those input attenuators and other spare parts for your unit. So we should be able to get it back going without too much difficulty, except for the frequency change. Put the different crystal in there. We'll probably have to get a hold of somebody. I don't know. I used to buy crystals from Croven, but I'm sure Ken has a favorite crystal supply house. Over.
Yeah, it's problematical these days for sure. Very few crystals are used as crystals per se, I think. Okay, well anyway, yeah, well, we can donate it and go from there, and I'll get the new one and see how that one works. He does have the schematics and stuff on the website, so it's on eBay. Trying to think. Anyway, okay, WB6JNN.
Yeah, and maybe we can find something that you need in the way of antennas over at your place that you could put up, and that might just show up on your doorstep. Over.
Yeah, well, I could obviously do a little bit more with gain on 432. That's my weakest band.
Oh, what do you have up there now?
I have basically my copy of the 9-element and tuned up for 432, so it's essentially the same thing. I think I might even scale it off to something that you make. I don't remember.
You may what? Have scaled it up from what?
Well, I said I may have taken one of your designs. You have the schematics there, and I may have used those dimensions. I don't recall. I thought what I did was to take the design from the 9-element, like I have here, 2M9, and I think I scaled it and then played with it to see what differences I needed to make on it. But I got it tuned up. So it's a questionable antenna of sorts.
Yeah, Well, maybe an EME-12 would be good. It's a rear mount. You want a rear mount?
Well, I think this one is 12. Yeah, 12. Rear mount might work. You know, that could work. Yeah.
I did mine center mount, Mike.
I've got it in the center of the house now, so it's not hanging over anybody's yard. That was the concern previously.
Okay. Very good. Well, we'll talk about it. Was that you, Jim? W6PQL. Go ahead.
Yeah, KB6WSC is in there also. Yeah, I just center mounted mine. That's how I did that one, and that's easy to do.
Yeah, okay, very good.
It can be center mounted. It's just better to do it rear mounted because of the feed line length and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it and need to. The weather is not exactly conducive to antenna work right now. All right, you had some other people in there. I think WFC was in there trying to. WB6JNN.
Yep, let's get KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie in here. We got you in, Jim. KB6WFC, K6MYC. Go ahead, Mike.
KB6WFC, W6PQL. Okay, he's got you streaming, Mike, but he's not really hearing you over there.
Really? I'm hearing him, but not very well. I was just moving the antenna to get more on him. This should be pretty close, Mike. WB6, KB6R, Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6WFC, you should hear us okay at 900 watts, over. Wow, he's not hearing.
Nope.
I don't hear him now.
Well, he says thanks for checking him in. He didn't hear you that time either, Mikey.
Oh, my goodness. What's he running for power, for heaven's sakes?
I think he just got the 9700 barefoot.
Yeah, he should be hearing me. Does he have the preamp on?
I would guess so.
Huh. Let me see here if I can give you more power, Mike. Well, that's up to compression level now. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC. Any copy? Wow. Must have some local noise, huh? Now he's in there, but not readable all of a sudden.
Oh, Mikey, you bumped your dial. You're off frequency. I see you on the waterfall. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Somebody's way off frequency, but I'm locked. I can't even. I've got mine, my VFO disconnected here. Stand by a second, Paul. Am I off frequency or somebody else?
I believe you were. I went chasing you, and now you're back.
Oh, I can't move it. The dial's not doing anything.
Yeah, on the waterfall.
I can't move the frequency. I've got the dial disconnected or disabled here.
It moved, Mike. I put you back.
That must have been somebody else.
QSY.
Oh, QSY. Did you put it on disabled?
No. You should be able to. You should be able to accidentally hit the dial, and it will still move. I don't think I have a way to disable the dial remotely.
Well, Well, it's disabled. I can't change the frequency here, so I couldn't possibly have changed frequency, over.
Well, you certainly did. We heard you up there.
I don't know how to do that. I don't think there's no buttons. Is there buttons on these microphones? Maybe I bumped something on the mic. Let's see.
Mike, I'm going to wait until you're back on. There you go. Yeah, that must have been it.
I must have hit the mic button. It shifts me in, 1 or 2 kc steps or something. Sorry about that, guys. But I didn't do it with the dial. I've tried to disable it so I can't do that, but obviously I did something wrong. All right. Anyway, back to where we were. We were trying to get one last caller in here. Trying to hear it, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Try one more time, Mike. I'm not hearing him now, Jim. I don't hear him now, Jim.
You're 553 in Placerville, Mike. K6WIS.
Copying you anyway, Paul. Stand by, Paul. I've got you check in. Do you have any other check-ins for me, Paul?
Nope, negative. I'm just pointed towards the Bay Area and listening to the other stations there, over.
Okay, what I have done here is I've skipped over 2 stations in the Monterey, Santa Cruz area. Let me go back and get KW6S and see if we can also have may have KB6LEE. Let me go back and get those guys here. So hang on, guys. I'll come back to the Bay Area in just a second here. Okay. Tom, KW6S, are you in there?
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I'm here.
Have you heard Lee yet?
No, I haven't. I got an email from him. He didn't know if he'd get the other antenna done tonight or not. So we can give it a try. KB6LEE, KW6S. I think you're a bit off frequency. Well, this is where Mike is. K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, Lee is here. I don't know if he's hearing you or not.
Well, I'm hearing Lee. Not very well. So, Lee, maybe you can tweak the antenna. If you can move it in rotation, see if you can peak it on me. I'll give you a 20-second call here. KB6 Lima Echo Echo. KB6LEE, K6MYC. Now that you're on frequency, I hear you. You're still a little off, but not far enough for me not to read you. KB6 Lima Echo Echo, K6MYC, Bozo Net, DLMO 7, calling and listening, over.
KC5, DTU.
Tom, he made a transmission, but we had another local breaker here. He covered him up. I didn't get all of what he was saying there. Got parts of it, but not much. So can you relay, Tom, KW, and I got you, Kerry, stand by. KW6S, K6MYC in the group?
Yeah, he was just able to copy you. He'd moved the antenna around, and that was the best he could get. And that's about when I went back to you.
I didn't hear you go back to me.
Well, maybe I didn't. So,
Yeah, I don't think he's hearing you very well at all yet. Probably doesn't have the new antenna.
Oh, you think he's still on the old antenna?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely still on the old antenna. Okay, well, that explains it, yeah, because I'm not seeing any improvement, but I heard absolutely. All right, very good, Lee. Well, nice to hear you anyway, and hopefully you'll get it running by Saturday. Don't forget, and Tom, you can give him the times, but 8 o'clock on Saturday night we'll be on 432, and we'll be looking for you from Charlie Mike 96. Over. He's not responding now.
Well, I'll be there anyway, and I'll encourage him to get there, and I'll keep prodding along here. K6MYZ, KW6S.
Okay, thank you very much, Tom. Very good. Let me pick up Kerry quickly, and then we'll go back into the Bay Area and proceed. And good luck. We'll see you in the contest. I know we'll be working you on all the bands here. Say again?
WA6OIB, KW6S. Good evening, Ken.
Good evening, Tom. Just wanted to say hi. Hope to hear you this weekend. WA6OIB. Good signal tonight.
Very good. Well, I'll be on this weekend.
Yeah, you're 10 over right now. Good signal. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I was here. I just had to go close the door. I had a draft on me here. Okay, Kerry, good evening. A little late, but better late than never. I haven't heard from you on the phone. Have you tried to call me, Kerry?
I tried one time, and I was in between going to get tests. So tomorrow morning will be real quiet for me, so I'll give you in the morning.
Yeah, that would be better. I had lots of activity at the house today. I had lots of phone calls also. And I thought I got one call from you. But the machine or the woman's voice that tells me where it was coming from said something that sounded like Madura, California, but it wasn't the normal Madura. That usually comes through pretty clear, and I can tell when you're calling. But I tried to pick it up, but as soon as I picked it up and answered it, it went away. So it may or may not have been you, or it might have been a robocall. Over.
Yeah, roger that. I think it was me because it sounded like it did a little funny on me or something. So I'll try you again in the morning, and everything will be slower for me, so that'll be good.
Yeah, well, same for me. I should be everything back to sort of quasi-normal tomorrow. Today I had a house full of guys that were converting my hot water up to a attic configuration as opposed to in the cement. So they were here from 8 o'clock till 6 this evening, and going at it full fury. Lots of questions and lots of holes in the wall here that we have to deal with on the long term, because they have to cut into the wall several places wherever there's wall sockets. And unfortunately, it was on that end of the house where I have there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sinks, 1, 2, 3 showers, bathrooms 2, bidets 1, lots of reasons. Oh, and laundry room, and the laundry room, of course. So lots of things for them to go in the wall and make holes in the wall and put different pipes in and stuff. So it was a busy day. We'll see you tomorrow. And I'll be really clear in the morning because Frank's going to be on the road for a few minutes when he would normally be here. So I should be good till at least 10 or 10:30 before we start getting Frank back up to this location. Then it'll be a busy day after that. Anyway, good to hear you, Kerry. And you're expecting some results, are you, after all your tests tomorrow?
I'll see you then and bring you up to date.
I think we doubled. Yeah, did you get through your tests?
I'm going to have to put one of those things on that you wear and wear for a week, and then they're gonna put me on the treadmill.
Oh, okay, pacemaker and whatever, or at least they're going to check you. Yeah, okay. Well, it's probably worth doing at this point to carry until they can sort it out. Treadmill isn't bad as long as your knees hold up. I had to go on a treadmill, and I was going through this operation for the treadmill when I was in for a knee operation, so they knew they couldn't do it on the treadmill, so they did it chemically. And that's not fun, because they charge your system up with, I don't know, a lot of adrenaline or something, but your heart races like mad for a couple of minutes while the chemical does its thing. But you're laying on a table all the time. You're not on a treadmill. Hopefully you'll be able to do it with the legs.
I think it'll probably be the chemical. The last time I had it, that's what they gave me, and boy, I tell you, I was sitting in a recliner, and wow, what a ride!
Yeah, it is a ride for a couple of minutes, isn't it? All right. Good. Well, let me move on here, but anyway, we'll look forward to hearing from you in the morning. Kerry, thanks for jumping in here this evening. KC5DTU in the group, K6MYC, still pointed toward Monterey.
A hot shower soon.
Good evening, Kerry. KC5DTU, KM6SR.
KM6SR, KC5DTU. Hello, Rob. How's things up on the hill?
Oh, doing good, just like Mike, I guess. It's good to hear they're still working and going to take good care of you, over.
Yeah, roger. Well, now I try to run in whenever I get a hangnail. When you get to be this age, you want to make sure everything is working.
Roger.
Okay, back to net there, Mike. KC5, DTU.
Well, if at least it's not working, it doesn't fall off, huh?
I tell you, that's true, too, but make sure you have somebody walking behind you to pick it up.
Yeah, there you go. Enough of that.
Like a lunchtime conversation, gentlemen.
I know. Well, we don't get a chance to do it every day, so we got to take advantage of it when we get the opportunity. All right, Gary, we'll see you tomorrow. KC5DTU, K6MYC back to Monterey and Santa Cruz and Watsonville.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Frank, you'll be there soon enough.
Yeah, I'm chasing them hard. Ed, good evening, Kerry, and somebody said, hey, Mike.
Who said, hey, Mike? Go ahead.
Frank. Well, it doesn't take long, so be careful, and back to net.
Thanks, Kerry. And who said Mike? Go ahead.
Yeah, that was me, WA60IB. I wasn't able to comment earlier. You've been so busy. AF4K is back in business. They're making crystals again, so that's where I've been getting stuff. Very few, but I mean, they're back in business after the guy passed away. Another guy picked it up, and they're always did a good job, so they're around if we need some crystals.
We probably will for changing the IF in that transverter we're getting from, because it's a 10-meter IF right now. We'll have to retweak the filters in that area, but I don't think it's overwhelming. All right, what is it, a company name? Maybe you can get that to me over the next few days.
Well, it's just AF4, Alpha Foxtrot 4 Kilo Crystals. That's the name of the company, AF4K Crystals. They've been around for years, and but the guy AF4K himself passed away, and this WB8 took the business over, and they just opened up again recently, so they do a good job.
Comment. Okay. I had one thought about that, Mike. If that's got a 10-meter IF, I can pick up 10-meter radios, like single-band Radio Shack 10-meter radios, the HTX 100, I think it was, or something like that. I've seen a few of those available, and I could get one of those to drive it if that would be an easier solution.
Well, it's got to have a little repair anyway. The front end attenuator's blown on it, and if we can get a crystal, the right crystal for it, then it's easier to do it that way, I think. We can get with Ken to find out, because I don't have a schematic on that thing, so I don't know well, we can figure out what the IF wants to be if we convert it to 144.2 and 146 even for 222, but we'll play that. We'll go there later. Let's just let me get on with the net here, and we'll worry about that later. But yeah, we can always do it but I'm just trying to minimize the number of pieces of equipment you got to run.
Roger.
Okay. Still towards Santa Cruz. Any further comment from Santa Cruz and Watsonville? Guess not. Okay, let me move on.
By the way, I got your Yaesu monitor scope ready, too. I forgot all about that, and I dug it out the other day and fixed it.
Oh, really? Jesus. I haven't used that for 5 years. I guess I'll have to figure out how to hook it up again, huh?
Oh, it hasn't been that long. Only 4.5 years, maybe.
Oh, 4.5, okay. Okay, super. You're making real serious headway there.
Oh, yeah, I'm digging through the pile. Yeah, I put all new filters in it and cleaned it all up and calibrated it. It's working just like new.
And what was the problem? Was it bad filter capacitors in the power supply?
That's right. They were, a couple of them had holes in them. they leaked out.
Oh, boy. Okay. Thanks for that, Ken. Jesus, I forgot I even had it.
Well, the 100s are on the bench right now, so I'm working on them.
Cool. I heard CW. Hang on. I hear Zulu. Anybody copying the CW? I heard a Z at the end. Da did it. Da did it. I didn't know who that is. Stand by the CW. We'll get you. Back in the Bay Area. Bay Area, late checks are missed. K6MYC, over.
KB6BA.
KB6BA, good evening, Oliver. Good to hear you. And don't forget about this weekend's fiasco between 7:30 and 9 for 222, 432, and 1296, over.
Yeah, roger that. I'll be at a astronomy club meeting, so I might not be able to make it, but I'll keep it in mind in any case, over.
Oh, you think you have meetings on Saturday night at that time?
Yeah, it's actually a seasonal dinner potluck for our astronomy club, so. But, yeah, just so many things going on.
Okay, I didn't get what you said about the meetings, but it doesn't matter. You can't make it, you can't make it. That's terrible.
Yeah, I understand, but thanks for letting me know about that. And I'm sure it sounds like you hopefully have a good turnout. KB6BS.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we don't get good turnout. We get worse turnout than I get when I get on the net. That's why I want everybody that gets on the net to also use it and get on the contest. We usually get very, very poor turnout on those bands. That's why I do that Saturday evening thing. Are you going to be available some other time for that, over?
Yeah, other contest weekends possibly. Thinking about the June VHS contest, but I may have a conflict that weekend as well, over.
Okay, what, you mean you're not going to be available at all this coming weekend?
No, just, I'm usually here for the Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday nets. It's just this particular Saturday evening that there's a potluck dinner, over.
Okay, well, the contest runs on Sunday. It goes till 8 o'clock in the evening on Sunday, so we can still catch up with you if you show up somewhere.
Yeah, I understand. I'm still trying to get motivated and excited about VHS contesting. I guess it's because I'm so busy with microwave, but maybe in the future.
Oh, okay. You have the bands. That's why. If you have gone to all the trouble to have the bands and the antennas in the air, it seems like it would be would be the incentive to get on and do the contest. You don't have to sit there for hours. We just we do my thing on the weekend just so we get everybody in one place for about an hour and a half or 2 hours to get the 3 hard bands where everybody's just all scattered off in different directions. And that's why I do it Saturday night all at one time, over.
Yeah, I understand.
All righty.
Well, appreciate the explanation.
Okay, very good. Thanks for checking in here. In any case, anybody else in the Bay Area, please. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Bozo Net. Missing Ed tonight. Ed, are you here?
Yeah, 6RO.
Okay, I'll take you. Not pointed your way, but you're good and loud. Good evening, Ken.
Yeah, hi. Pardon me for butting in and out of turn, but I got a Zoom meeting in 2 minutes, so we'll see you on Saturday night and maybe on Sunday, and 6RO.
Yeah, good. We'll look for you on all the bands. Saturday night for the tough ones, but then 2 meters and 6, we'll catch up with you somewhere.
Hello, Ken.
Hey.
WA60IB. You're as loud as Mike here.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Actually, a little over. Mike's 20 over, and you're 25 over.
Oh, the amplifier is working.
It certainly is. I'm pointed right at you, and I'm not pointed at Mike, so we're cheating there a little bit. But boy, you sound great.
Thanks, Ken.
Hey, sound good, Ken. K6MI off the back of the beam.
You hear that, Ken?
Oh, I heard it. Which Ken were you talking to, John?
6RO, coming in fine on the back of the beam here, K6MI.
May not be hearing you, John. Let's find out. Is it you got a broken rotor? Is that what the problem is, John?
No, it's fixed right now. It's not pointed. It's pointed down south.
Yeah, but you cannot rotate. Is that it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, but running low power, he's not going to hear you. He's running 800 there.
Okay, I'll swing it around. Thanks, KB6.
Now I hear you. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Much better copy when I point away from you. Over. Go ahead, Mike. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. God, nobody's hearing me tonight. What's going on? K6MYC. K6 Echo Romeo Fox. Are you in there, Russ?
Yeah, Roger, I'm here. K6MIC, K6ELF. Strong and loud here as usual.
Yeah, you're super strong here. Can you hear KB6 and Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie calling?
I don't know. Give me a try there.
Well, he's not hearing me, so I can't tell him to call. You have to call and see if he's hearing you. He's in Daly City. That shouldn't be hard for you to get to.
No, what's his call again?
KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Kilo Bravo 6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Mike.
Yeah, Mike, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Are you copying me? K6ERF Martinez. And no results here.
Wow. I heard him call in this direction, which is about 10 degrees off of him, but sometimes he comes in weird times. Right, very good. Thanks, Russ. Good to hear you. We'll look for you, and if we can get you on that Saturday night thing on the contest evening, that would be great. Over.
We'll see it works out. We've got some family stuff going on, so I can't promise anything.
Yeah, do what you can. See if you can squeak in the shack for 10 minutes around 8 o'clock to 8:30.
Okay. We'll give it a try.
Okay. Then we'll see you on that band anyway. Anybody else while I'm pointed sort of lukewarm here? How about KM6 or W6SSW?
Yeah, W6SSW, a good signal up here tonight. And since it's probably going to be raining this weekend, it'll be a good weekend for radio. So I'm sure I'll run into you some of the bands and look forward to your gathering on Saturday night.
Yeah, move next door to me.
Oh man, Ken, it's the wrong Ken. You're as loud as the other Ken.
Yeah, you're 30 over here right now. My goodness, you're 10 dB stronger than Mike.
Yeah, that's weird. On 432, we have a good connection for some reason.
Yeah, we sure do. Anyway, we'll see you this weekend, I'm sure.
Roger that.
Okay, thank you, Mike.
No problem. That's always good. We've had really good conditions for most guys in the last few days. Ken, it's been just spectacular here. The signals from LA yesterday were just roaring in here, and everybody down that way, everybody all the way around through the Bay Area, and everybody was just roaring in here on 2. And 1296 was amazing. I only had 2 watts out because, well, by the way, guys, we did find the problem with the transverter. The 1296 system. It wasn't any problem except we had used a 2 meter sequencer, and it's wired differently. And when I key it up, it shuts the radio down, and it shuts itself down also. Very minor wiring difference, but it was quite crucial in that application. We put the original sequencer back in, and 1296 was fine, and there was no problem anywhere except between the ears, I guess. And we'll have to make the other transverter or the other sequencer wired the same, so we can't interchange them here. There's no reason not to do it. It's just when one was modified and upgraded and the other one wasn't. Okay, anyway, so 1296 is back and running. We should be good for the weekend with smoke.
You need to spray paint them different colors.
No, we need to just upgrade them. It's just one wire change. We just didn't get around to it. I thought I had asked Frank to do it, but he had not interpreted my request, and it was lost in the shuffle along the way here. Over.
So that was the same sequencer, but since you opened it up after that first net that it failed, then it got switched around inside?
No, I never tested it completely. When we put the one that was on 2 meters in, everything seemed to work, and the thing lit up and didn't give us any trouble. But when I finally, where it really happens is when you key up the 1296 amplifier. When you key the amp up or turn it on, it puts out 12 volts on a line that made the transverter go nuts. I mean, the sequencer go bad, because we've got an input line used for one thing and it's supposed to be wired for something else. Over.
Okay, so that first net 2 weeks ago, you had sequencer problems, but then you supposedly fixed it before this net this week. What happened between those 2 weeks?
Well, I fixed it. We had put a new fuse in it, but in the process of doing that, we put it on the 2 meter system, and we took the 2 meter sequencer and put it out there on 1296. And at the time it worked, but we never put 1296 on the air. We just hooked it up, it keyed, it did all its normal stuff, and it didn't blow a fuse, so we figured it was okay. Over.
Oh, okay. So after you replaced the fuse, you tested it on the 2 meter system.
No, I'm confusing you. It's complex. There's 2 transverters. The 2 meter one is wired different than the 1296. And it doesn't have, it's not, that particular mod is not being used at 2 meters, but when we hooked everything up on and took that 2 meter sequencer over and plugged it into 1296, we used the port, and the port, instead of having key to ground on it, had 8 volts or 12 volts on it. And so it was the port on the transverter, or the switcher, I'm going to get it right yet. The port on the sequencer that was screwed up was the one that, when a sequencer was originally made, it had a key line that keyed to ground from your transverter or from your transceiver, and it also had the capability to key the sequencer with 8 volts. That was the way some of the old transceivers and stuff worked. We don't use that anymore, and I had not converted the 2 meter. We just never used the port. But on 1296, I needed that port for other things, because there's so many things that have to key on 1296, and we plugged a line into that. Instead of keying it to ground, it put 8 volts on that line, and then and nothing worked right, and it blew the fuse.
So was that a different sequencer than you were using previously on 1296? Why was it wired different?
That was the 2 meter transverter that we took out there to use when I didn't have time to fix the 1296 sequencer. Over.
Oh, okay. So it blew the fuse 2 weeks ago, and then you replaced the fuse, but you didn't do the original wire switch over like you should have on the net 2 weeks ago.
That's right. We're using a 2 meter sequencer. We shouldn't have been, because it had not been converted, but we didn't know it. I thought it was converted, but it wasn't. And so when we used it on 1296, it made everything key. As soon as you plug that line in from the amplifier to that port, the sequencer would go full keyed. Everything turned on, and it wasn't supposed to do that. So it's a minor thing, but it was I thought two different transverters, two identical transverters with one very minor change from one to the other, and that's all it was. But we just went ahead and took the 1296 transverter out, sequencer out, brought it in here to the shack. Frank worked on it for a while, put the fuse in it, but in the meantime we just took the 2-meter one, which was free. We weren't using it, and we took it out there and then plugged it in, and it appeared to work, but didn't. We didn't run the full test with the amp on and everything. So that's all. But anyway, it's working now. It's just we'll fix both. We'll make both the transverters or sequencers the same when we're done with this project. We just got busy with other things, and sometimes those tiny little things that get set aside and we forget about them.
Hey, Mike, what time do you want to go up to Nevada?
20 minutes ago or something.
Originally.
It's 8:30 already. We don't have any time frame for Nevada. I think they've already called in. I've heard the CW several times here.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. KM6SR.
I know. Let's go up and finish this. But anyway, Steve, that's what's going on here. We'll see you over the weekend, my friend. W6SSW in the group, K6MYC.
Okay, 73 W6SSW.
Roger, Larry. 10-7-WT, K6MYC. We've been hearing you for a while. We just got long-winded here. We're getting ready for the contest coming up. I had to answer some questions, and it took longer than I wanted to do here. Anyway, good evening. Hopefully you're copying. Good, strong signal on CW. N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, and 7WT. I said to CW about a half an hour ago or something like that, and you said, well, you hear the CW, don't know who it is, but stand by. So ever since then, whenever I got a peek on you coming in, I'd send a little CW just in case you might have heard it. So you finally heard me. Over?
No, I heard it every time, Larry, but I'm busy with other people. I'm trying to stay on course here, checking people in. I've got 30 people already checked in here, so we were busy. Over.
Okay, I didn't acknowledge it. You just said stand by once, and then I never heard anything anymore. It was almost a half an hour past before I finally got to this point, and I just never heard myself. My CW even getting through this time until this until right now. It came through real strong, and it came real strong earlier when you told me to stand by, but then all the other times I didn't even see it on the screen. Or
yeah, well, we could hear it. I could hear your CW, and somebody listening to this live stream at the right time would have heard it. But anyway, no, I had just come out of the San Joaquin Valley, and we were in Monterey or Santa Cruz at the time, so I still had to go through the Bay Area and Oakley, and then I haven't even done Sacramento. I skipped over Sacramento just to get to you here. So anyway, is Richard out in the shack tonight? Do you know?
No, I wanted to give you that information. Richard, as you probably may have known, he fell down and broke his leg. So he's out of commission. They operated on him. They went on for an operation to go straighten out some of the problems he's having, I guess, with the leg or whatever today. And he figures it'll be at least another couple of weeks before he can get back on the air again.
Really? I mean, he can't can't walk. Is the shack a separate distance up a mountainside or something from the house? Over. Well, I guess you're not copying now. Let's try Daniel. Daniel, KE7UQL, K6MYC. Are you there? Maybe Daniel's not there this evening. KE7UQL, K6MYC. I got all the stuff about the broken leg, and now he had to go in for an operation to see what's going on, so I'm sorry to hear he's having that much trouble. I just thought he could hobble with the crutches out to the shack, but it must be more serious. It must be a more serious break than what normal broken legs are. Anyway, we got it, Larry. Have you heard Daniel tonight? N7WT, K6MYC.
Yeah, Daniel just came on frequency here, Mike. Give him a call.
N7WT with KE7UQL to take it, K6MYC. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hello, this is 272 KE7UQL. We got you, Mike.
Yeah, very loud. Very loud, and we'll look forward to working you guys in the contest on that Saturday night sojourn. Over.
Okay, we're looking forward to it. We'll work you Saturday, Sunday, any band. And we'll let you get back and check in Sacramento. Over.
Okay, very good. And we're pass our condolences on to Richard when, and if you talk to him, I don't know why he's having so much trouble. He must have really done a job on that leg. Larry said he had to go back in for another operation on the leg or something. Over.
I don't know about the broken leg.
Larry, you took a deep fade when you got halfway through the broken leg description, and I didn't get it all clearly. Over. Where's Larry now? He was just in there like a ton of bricks. Is the band going up and down like that? Are you listening to this, Ken?
Okay, N7WT, KE7UQL. I'll do the relay to Mike. Mike, do you still have me? Over.
Yeah, I have you fine. Go ahead, Daniel.
Okay, yes, Richard has complications, and he's got surgery today, and he'll be out for 2 weeks. Over.
Okay. I got the complications there. I guess he had to go back in the hospital for some kind of an operation. Normally on a broken leg, you don't have an operation. But maybe he had a severely broken leg and there was bone sticking out of the skin. If that's the case, that's a real serious fracture. Over.
Yeah, that's all the information I have.
The band is just terrible tonight on the fading. Okay. I'll let you go, Daniel. It's I know he's having trouble with the leg, so we'll just have to find out more about it. Maybe we'll have better copy on 6 on the weekend there or something. 73, Daniel. 73, Larry, and we'll look for you guys on the weekend. Good luck, and we'll see you soon. KE7UQL, N7WT, K6MYC. Totally faded out. Boy, is that weird. All right, back to Sacramento here.
There's a broken leg. It is not protruding out of the leg. In other words, it didn't come to the surface. But there are other complications that he's run into, and that's why they're operating. Over.
I just got the tail end of that. I'm pointed down towards Sacramento, and all of a sudden you came up. The QSB is terrible tonight, Larry.
Right, yeah, like I say, the place didn't come out of his leg. I mean, it was all inside or internal. But there's other complications. He didn't explain what it was, but they said they had to go in there and straighten something up and operate on his leg today. And then, like I say, that'll be 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks before he can get back to the shack. Over.
Oh boy, what a pain. I got you 100% that time. The QSB is terrible. You come up really strong S9 and then you go right down to nothing. It's like you're always telling me I'm doing.
Over.
He's gone again.
I'm here, Mike. He's limited to his chair and his radio jack, over.
Sorry, say it again, Larry. I'd moved the antenna one more time.
I hear you. Okay, what's the matter? Why can't you hear me tonight, over?
You keep fading out. You just completely go out.
Well, you do too, but right now you're 5 and 9. And again, like you say, Richard is limited to where he can travel. He can't get to his radio shack because of his problem, and he's limited to a chair or a bed, over.
I got it, and I thank you, and tell him we're sorry for his problems, over. Yeah, well, we'll catch you whenever, but the Saturday night thing is a last resort if we miss you everywhere else, over.
I'll try to get a hold of you during the
I got you, 410. Go ahead, Russ. Go ahead, Russ.
Hey, Mike, good evening. K6MYC, here's KW6T. Obviously, you're pointing in a different direction, but I can copy you, no problem. So just wanted to get in and say hello and let you know that I'm actually here tonight. So we'll go with
Roger, 73 Larry, 737373, Sirius QSB, 73 Larry.
Yeah, his CW was loud here, just unbelievable, much stronger than you are, and I'm pointed at you, so I'm getting a really good bounce from Larry tonight, so that's very interesting. Anyway, Mike, I'll say 73, and have a good next K6MYC or KW6T in Latrobe.
We've got you, Russ. KW6T, thanks for checking in. No, the QSB is brutal. On Larry, he goes up to S9 and then right out, and then he doesn't hear me come back to him, and then I don't hear him come back to me, and it makes a complicated net check-in here, particularly when you're trying to pass information. He's trying to tell me what's wrong with Richard's leg. Richard broke his leg, and then there was some complication, and they had to go in and do an operation on the leg to fix something that they didn't get set right the first time or something. But he's going to be out of commission for 2 weeks, locked into a chair or a bed, over.
No, I don't know if that's directed at me or not, Mike, but that's sad to hear, but hopefully it'll be all right.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm directing it to you, Russ. Because that's what we were trying to get from Larry, and he was trying to pass that information on, but we had to do it about 4 times to get enough of it to make any sense, over.
Oh, yeah, I know. The QSB is something tonight, but as I said a minute ago, his CW was very strong here for just that one last little segment, and when he signed there, but anyway, very strong. Anyway, Mike, I'll let you go, and we'll catch you on Sunday then. K6MYC, here's KW6T, Latrobe.
Again, we have the Saturday night get-together. Did you know about that?
Oh, yes, that's right. You told me about that.
Yeah, Saturday night, starting at 7:30. You don't have 222, but at about 8 to 8:30, if you watch the live streaming, you'll know what I'm doing. We're going to live stream my contest activity.
To be there.
Doubling with you.
Oh, I think Saturday looks good right now, so we'll plan to be there.
Okay, we're going to be live streaming, so you can watch the live streaming, and then you'll know when to get on 432 when I come off at 222.
Oh, very good. That's a good thought. I never even thought about that. So, okay, yeah, I'll have my computer run in here then, Mike.
good. Anyway, it should help people not spend a lot of time wondering what's going on, and because I don't know exactly when we get done with 222, and I don't know when we exactly get done with 432. So it'll be real within 3 seconds. You'll know what's going on the live streaming. 7-3 for now, Russ. Thanks for being patient there. KW6S, K6MYC.
Is there a net tonight? What's going on? I can hear people, so I'll say, yeah, Mike's in wherever. He's in L.A. or Mike's in Monterey or something like that. But, yeah, this will be extremely helpful, Mike.
Okay, very good. 7-3, Russ.
7-3, Mike. KW6T, clear.
Okay, down to KR6MR or KO6HS. I'm sorry, KO6KD.
Yep, KO6KD number 776.
Yeah, there you go. Let me get the antenna on you.
All right, I'll give you a little chatter. Dennis, WB6ISO number 86, wanted me to check him in. He's out in the living room, and he's not going to be able to make it into the shack tonight, but he wanted me to check him in. Over.
Okay, we'll get you and Dennis in here. Stand by a second.
And John does have his antennas up, and he'd like to check in when you get the opportunity.
KJ6KFB, I hear you. Darren, go ahead. I hear Darren. Go ahead, Darren.
In and out on you. Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo 756.
KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Well, you got to wait till I point at you.
Oh, well, I was waiting for that signal to pass over me and pop up, but all I heard was you and Russ. Good evening, Mike.
Well, I went over Sacramento completely because Larry was running out of patience with me, so I went up to Nevada, and then I came back to Russ. He was the next one I heard, and I'm running backwards in direction right now. So you're last in the Sacramento direction going this way, over.
Oh, I got you. Okay, well, I'm on the bus. So, let's see, Dennis, 86, wanted to make sure he got on the log.
I got him checked in. Bill passed that on. Thank you.
Okay, very good. I'll let you get up there. I think John's probably last on the list, if not any others.
Let me get it back to Bill, because we didn't do very much with Bill here for a second, and we'll get Bill in here clearly, and then we'll go and get John again. I didn't hear John yet. I haven't pointed right at him except one time. So let's see. Bill, I should be back in your direction. KO6KD, K6MYC, and we hope to hear you.
Yeah, I did not hear you this morning, and stuck around for half an hour or so, and then I just said I can't take it. I'm just too tired. I didn't hear anybody else out there. Seemed like everybody on the DXNet and down below where Phil was at were chatting, and I said, okay, you know what, it's not going to happen today. We'll try it again tomorrow. So I hope you got everything straightened away with with all your plumbing woes. Over.
You should have said hello to Phil. Phil was there.
No, never said a word. Never heard anybody.
You didn't say anything?
I didn't say anything. I don't think I said a word. Because there was people below me and people above me.
Well, Phil was waiting for you. He waited quite a while. I did check in. Phil was there, but I was on a short fuse because I had people here working on the watering system in the house. Over.
I figured that you were very, very busy today, so no problems. And if you're going to be busy tomorrow, then we won't worry about it, and we'll try then perhaps. I don't have much luck on 20 meters anymore, so I may not be of any use, any worth at all on the weekend. But do you think you may be around tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I'll be here normal. What's wrong with 20?
I don't know. I don't know what's gone wrong with my antenna. It seems to work for everybody else, but I'm just not able to hear Billy. I'm not able to hear you. I don't hear anybody on a thing worth a darn anymore, so I'm not sure what the problem is.
Well, the Saturday thing will be moved to 8:30. We're going to start at 8:30 or so on Saturday. We've been starting too early, and they were barely there. S1, S2 here, so you wouldn't hear them.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, 8:30. Copy.
Yeah.
He's got his antennas up. I'm really anxious to see if that made any difference between the two of you. So I'm going to shut up. I'll see you in the morning, and we'll see if you can hear John. Over.
Okay, what were you talking about, antennas up between me and somebody?
Yeah, John, KR6MR. Everything is up and in its place.
Oh, okay. Very good. Let's go get John then right now. Should be right at you, John. KR6MR, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KR6MR, Bozo 759. How copy this evening, over?
Very good. It's certainly making a difference getting them up. You're fluttery, but quite strong, and I think strongest I've ever heard you on 432, so it made a difference. If you'll give me a longer transmission, I'll walk back and forth on you and see if I can get the absolute peak. Over.
Roger, Mike. So I now have a stacked pair of 6 WLs up. Actual height, I guess, is about 65 feet, give or take. How copy, over?
Yeah, fine. That's I got pretty much on you right now, and you're very, very strong now. Over.
Very good. Nice copy. Just that you have to compete with the chirping out of Beale Air Force Base.
Oh yeah. It doesn't chirp, but it clicks, doesn't it? Click and knock your AGC around.
Sometimes it clicks, sometimes it chirps. Right now it's chirping. It's a ticking, not just a little click, it's more of a chirping click.
Yeah, I'm not hearing that tonight. Sometimes I hear it, but it's not in there tonight. Over.
Yeah, well, they're not always in the same direction. They move their beams all over the place.
Anyway, you're doing good. It's up and down QSB, but very strong compared to what you have been, so made a big difference. Over.
Very good, Mike. I'll let you go. I guess you still have to go up and work Reading and Nevada. Over.
No, we've done Nevada. We're done. So I can tell you that we'd like to have you on the bands this weekend. I have a get-together on Saturday night. Starts at 7:30 on 222. Now, I know you do not have 222, but we start there. We're also going to be live streaming the contest from here, so you can find out what and when we're doing it from here. So look at the live stream, particularly at that time of the night on Saturday. We're starting at 7:30, and we'll be on 222 for about a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, and then we go over to 2 meters when we run out of people to work. Not 2 meters, I'm sorry. We go over to 432 when we run out of people to work. And we work that until 8:30 or so, maybe a little longer, and when we run out of 432 activity, we go to 1296. Over.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing this weekend. It's my birthday, and I'm not sure what my wife has scheduled for me.
Oh, okay. I mean, you don't know yet, and it's a couple of days from Saturday?
You don't know my wife.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's Saturday night, whether you can make it or not. We're here. If you can turn on your computer and watch the live streaming at least and see where we are and what time we're going to be on what band. You don't have 222, so if you watch the live streaming, even slightly watch it, you can tell when we're about ready to be done with 222. Over.
Roger. I will. I'll use my cell phone. I'll watch on there.
All righty. That's a time where you can get the most activity and find out how you're working the best, because there'll be more people on looking for you and looking for other people at that time than any other time. It's a gathering to get everybody on the same frequency at the same time to work as many people as you can in a short period of time. If you wait the whole weekend, you could be waiting all weekend for somebody to come up on 432 and never hear anything. Over.
Roger, copy that. So, yeah, I'll try my best to be up on Saturday evening.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Let you go, but congratulations, you got it up, and it'll be interesting to see how it's doing. Now, 2 meters is up also, but we've always had no problem on 2 meters and 6 meters. But it'll be interesting to see if we can finally pull you out on 1296. That would be the night, around 8:30 to 9. On Saturday night would be the time that we'd be looking for you. So if you can get free at that time, you'll get a chance to check the 1296 with a lot of people. Over.
Yeah, that would be good. Very good. I'm going to get back down to the house. The wife, she's upset with me as usual. Anyway, thank you much, Mike. K6MYC, KR6MR 73.
Okay, very good. Well, tell your wife it's your birthday, and you want that as a birthday present. You want to have a 1 hour free for 432 and 1296 on Saturday night. Over.
I wish.
Okay. Take care. We'll see you. And I think we're done here, but let me just see if there's anybody else. K6MYC, Bozo Net, 432. Anybody else? I guess not. Bill 73s, we'll see you in the morning. K06KD. Yeah, we should be on at the regular time. I don't have anything going tomorrow morning. So we'll be on 40 meters. And we should be there pretty close to the normal time. And we don't have any pressing things happening until well after 10 o'clock. K06KD for final, K6MYC.
Roger. Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow then. And we'll see you at the usual time. And everybody else hopefully will be around also. And we'll see how it goes. And I'd like to hear all about the things that they got done today. So I'm very impressed with how John is being heard by you. Big signal. You're hearing him very, very well. And much louder than you're hearing me. And that's never happened before. So, yeah, that's very impressive. I am very, very pleased with what he did, the way that's turning out. So, all right, Mike, good night, 7-3. And don't forget to turn PG&E on so you got a full battery. All right, take care. Good night. See you in the morning. K6MYC and all the bozos out there. Good night, K06KD.
Okay, thank you. And for reminding me on the PG&E, I've got to do it because it's got to be down pretty low. It was 55% when I started here. All right, 7-3, guys. Good evening. Rob, are you still?
Roger, I'm still here. KM6SR.
Okay, I think Ken must have got tired of the conversation about the sequencer. I got all tangled up in that. I kept saying transverter, and I didn't want to do that, but it took longer than I wanted it to. And Steve wasn't getting it's complicated, but it's hard to explain. It's very subtle. It was only one wire difference between the two boxes. Anyway.
Yeah, Roger, I was going to correct you on the transverter business, but you corrected yourself. Over.
I knew I was saying it wrong, but I couldn't stop myself from keep saying transverter instead of sequencer. I knew I was doing it wrong. I'd listen, well, that ain't right. Come on, what are you doing? Anyway, sorry about that jumbled mess, but I was trying to explain to Steve, and then it just got completely out of control. I think Ken just gave up in frustration. he probably had to go in anyway. Okay, I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm going to get out of here too, and we'll see you sometime. I'll be around tomorrow all day, and then Saturday, starting the contest weekend, we'll try to be on pretty close to the start of the contest for a change. Sometimes that doesn't work. I think it won't be a problem this weekend because Frank will not be here on Saturday. He's got another job. So I'll be here alone, and it should be able to get into the contest pretty thoroughly for the first couple of hours anyway.
Okay, sounds good. We may have a little rain then, too. Over.
You think it's going to rain?
Yeah, they're talking about maybe a little bit on Saturday, a little more on Sunday, and a bunch more on Monday.
Well, we need a bunch more. My rain gauge still reads 3. We've had 3 or 4 rains, and I haven't seen the rain gauge change.
Well, that's what it's telling you. It's telling you 3 because of 3 different rains.
Yeah, but I haven't dumped it out. It's just sitting there at 3.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, K6USY. I was wondering what your plan was for operating on Saturday night and which radio you're going to use for which band.
I'm going to start 222 in here.
Go out to the barn for the other 2?
Yeah. Well, 432 can be done in here. I can do 220 here and 432 here at this QTH, and then I'll go to the barn for 1296.
Right. Okay. Yep. I'll write that down as a reminder. So you'll have to take a break between 432 and 1296, and between you going from the shack to the barn, I will switch the radios on the stream.
And I'll let you know. I always try to tell people I'm going to the barn now. It'll be about a minute. I'll have everything up and running, so it won't be any issues. I'll just be able to walk in the shack and start transmitting. And the only thing will be changing the antenna direction to maybe. I usually start in the Bay Area. We've always got people in the Bay Area, so there's a lot of people there that can't get some of the other grid squares until we get other people to turn toward them and stuff. And DMO8 and DMO9 out of Nevada are always in great demand. We got Daniel and DMO9 and Larry and DMO8, so they could get those 2 grids really quickly. And Larry will be on the band through the course of pretty much the whole weekend. He seemed like he was going to be very active. Richard will not be on because of the broken leg thing. I'm sure you heard all that. Did you hear those fades on him?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. And then the only other thing I'll need to tell you is I've noticed, so when I have the software connected to your radio, it might not let you bring up the menu to switch bands, and so when you go from 220 to 432, I might just need to switch the frequency for you, because I've noticed that you'll bring up that menu, and if the software is connected, it'll disappear from you really quickly. So, but that should be the only complication. The other radio in the barn will already be set on 1296, so that's the only band change we'll have to do is from 220 to 432.
Yep. Okay.
Other than that, it should be good.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out.
Alrighty, and yet you're at 41%, so you're not in dire need, but you definitely will need to flip on the PG&E.
I'll go out there, turn on PG&E, and then come back in and get my dinner.
That sounds good. And hello, Rob, K6USY.
Hello, Aaron, K6USY, KM6SRR. You going to be up a little bit? I give you a landline?
I'll be here.
Roger. Well, after you shut her down, I'll give you a holler.
Alrighty. You might be coming along for the ride to go put the trash cans out on the curb.
Yeah, I had to do that a couple nights ago.
Alrighty, we'll catch you guys later, K6USY. Go get some dinner, Mike.
Good night, 7-3. Thank you, Lee. Aaron.
K6MYC, KM6SR, 73, Mike. And we'll say 73 to you, Frank, and this Ken's still hanging in the background there. KM6SRR, going QRT.
And good night to everybody still listening on YouTube. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
Normally does, but he's been gone. Okay, good night all. K6MYC, Delta Mike 07 will be clear.